she's really fucked up. And her voice actress, I think, hit the fucking microphone or something while recording, because there's some really strange sounds while she talks. That's weird. I mean, I do the same sometimes, and I try to edit it out, but in a professional game, in a professional environment, you should do that. So what happens if we run hot water in all of the rooms? Oh, Isle? Sheila! Sheila, her name is fucking Sheila. It's at S-H-E-A-E-I-L and then A. Her name is Sheila. I don't know why the mirror would tell us this, but her name is Sheila. We now know. I think so at least.
If you really are a friend,
yep,
you will know my mother's name.
I
the
actually
name that
do.
haunts me. A
Beautiful name.
But
It
I
is.
know it. Let me just think for a second.
It really is a beautiful name, and the game is so good that it even only lets us pick Sheila now, because it knows we solved the puzzle.
Sheila.
Yes. It was my mother who sent you after all. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. But my head's all messed up.
So, let's have a little chat, sweetheart.
Do you know how to get out of here? Something's wrong with this place.
Something's wrong with this place.
I think it's really nice here. We must stay here. Do what they say. Take pills they give us. Sometimes, if I behave, they give me the red stuff. I wait for it. I'm being good.
What is this red stuff?
It's a drug. My favourite one. Red stuff takes the pain away. I must stay here. Good nurses have been most kind. They always remember. They know I'm suffering. But it is not the same as the drugs I see in my dreams. On the other side of the mirror, there's a spider's heart full of drugs. I just can't seem to find it anymore.
I see.
Okay, so we solved this puzzle accidentally, I think. The one with the heart. And there's really some strange change in quality between different lines spoken by the same voice actor of this girl. And it's not the first time I heard this. I think it was the same for old Susan over here, and maybe the old lady as well. So did they have to re-record some lines and they did it with different equipment, or what the hell's that supposed to mean? What exactly is this little treat you mentioned? Are you alright? Feel like sharing? What's your name? How about we swap our name bands?
Feel like sharing? What's your name?
There is nothing to share. Everyone died. Everyone. And my treat, my red stuff, it's not the same. I keep lying to myself. I'm a mean little liar. Always have been. This vein, you see, it goes straight to my heart. That's why it hurts so much. I wish I could, just one more time. But it's all lost now. Everything. I was always happy to settle for a consolation prize, you know?
Holy fuck, she really is broken beyond repair, I think. What exactly is this little treat you mentioned? It's heroin.
What exactly is this little treat you mentioned?
It's the red teardrop of pure happiness. They bring it, I drink it down, and my pain goes away. Without it, I just feel so angry. It's like I'm going crazy. It's funny, but I just get so fucking angry sometimes. I'm dying, I think. We're all dying, I heard. She said I'd go to hell for it, but I didn't do anything. I didn't know. Does he know?
Who?
Him!
Right. Okay. No, probably not.
I need the red medicine. I need it now. I must be a good girl. I must be a nice girl.
Maybe I could get you some of that stuff. Do you know where they keep it?
Oh, they have it hidden well. You can't get there. Or maybe you can. I see it in my dreams sometimes. It's where the nurses are. But in my dream, there are no nurses there. I see it, but I can't get it. It's so near, and yet so far. I can still hear the broken heartbeat of the spider's heart.
Man, they should have really given her a pop filter or something. I'll talk to you later, yeah? How about we swap our name bands? Are you alright? I'm just going to exhaust all the dialogue options, even though I already know I have to give her the red stuff.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Yes, it's all fine. It's just hard to wait, you know? They said I can have it. You know, yeah? So I wait here. Don't want to miss it. That nurse promised it to me. The one with the red glasses. But I think it's been 3 hours already. Why are they late? Do you think something happened? Do you think she changed her mind? Because I swear if she did, I will hurt myself again. I swear to God, I will hurt myself again.
I'm sure they'll be here in a minute. They're probably just very busy, that's all.
How about we swap our name bands? She probably will say, no, not until I get my red stuff.
How about we swap our name bands?
Oh yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, okay.
But that would be like a favour to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Well, technically you wouldn't lose anything, because I'd give you my name band instead. Does that make any sense?
Sure, yeah. I do want something better in return though. I'm not that stupid. I know you'll use it to get out of here.
Oh, I never said you're stupid. I just really want to go home. Please understand.
That's fine. I don't mind. I'll give it to you if you get me the red stuff. What do you say?
I thought nurses give it to you anyway.
No, not that. I'm talking about the real thing. Something you can only get in the world of dreams. Now that is something special.
Is it safe?
It's perfectly safe.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, yeah?
I'll talk to you later, yeah?
Yes, go. Be careful. They're watching us. And remember, we must be nice to earn the red stuff. Always be nice.
Of course.
Poor woman.
Of course I'll be nice. How about No. How about I give you this sweet, sweet red stuff? Here you go.
I found the thing you asked me for, but are you absolutely certain it won't harm you?
Don't be silly. Of course it won't.
Fine. I hope you know what you're doing. Can I have your name band now, please?
Yes. No matter what they say, I do keep my promises.
What do they... You know what? It doesn't matter. Thank you for your help.
What is she doing now? Where's she going? Okay, she's gone. Okay, so we got the new name band. Let's read it first. Let's examine it. It's a clip-on hospital name band. It says Anne Jennifer Burton, 15th of November 1975. November 15th. 1975. Because I think I'll have to talk to this fucking nurse to get this discharge letter. I feel much better now. Can you please discharge me?
Now. Can you please discharge me?
I'm glad to hear that. But I can't discharge you until Dr. X sees you. He should be doing his round very soon. Please return to your bed and wait for him, alright? Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
Yeah? Well, maybe you shouldn't leave them out on the desk for everyone to see.
If you are looking for something to read, we have some magazines for patients here.
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
Okay, so how do I get this discharge letter? I mean, there was this puzzle with turning on the hot water tap, right? So maybe there is no point in turning on the other sinks now. But I still need to do something with the gloves. Oh, can I maybe fill the gloves with water? You know, fill the gloves with water and flush them down the toilet. Gloves. Use. I have no idea how to use them here. Maybe I can only do it in the toilet? Door. Enter. Or maybe I can just flush them down without filling them. Maybe this also works, I don't know. Gloves. Use. Maybe I should open the lid first. Okay, I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track, I think. Open the lid. Gloves. Use. Toilet. Flush. Yep. I did it. I'm such a genius sometimes, I don't know. It just comes to me natural, you know? Let's call the nurse, get her to fix this shit, and in the meantime, steal the documents.
Someone is coming.
Maybe I should have turned off the sink as well.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
The toilet's blocked.
What? Well, that's hardly an emergency.
It is when you need to use it urgently, like I do.
I see. Fine, I'll sort it out. Just give me a minute. It's the gloves. Again! I guess I'll have to get my hands dirty since the cleaner's called in sick.
So it's not the first time something like this happened. Do I really have to be quick about this, or can I just take my time? Let's take the folders. I don't really need any of these. I think I'd rather read a magazine. Let's take discharge letter. Yes, that's exactly what I need to finally go home. Again, the 15th of November 1975. Yep. Let's take a look at this anyway. Let's examine. This is my ticket out of here. Unfortunately, it's on Ann Burton's name. I have to somehow trick those guards into thinking I am Ann. We do actually look quite similar. Well, I think it would be enough to just have the band, right?
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Ann
Oh
Burton?
yeah, baby.
Oh, alright. I didn't realize you knew how to read. There you go.
Sick
I go now?
burn.
Of course. Thank you, Mom.
You
We'll see you
sassy
soon.
little fuckers.
No, you won't. Now get out of my way.
Okay, so I'm out of this ward, I guess. But I can still walk around the hospital. Let's examine this. It's a storage room door. Enter. It's locked. So this is the next part of the puzzle. The next part of the hospital. It's a door to some office. Can I open this? No, locked as well. These pictures look really lonely somehow. The dime ward, the maternity ward, and the exit. Oh no, Dr. X.
And you must be Susan Ashworth.
Well, perhaps I am?
Do you mind if I ask you where you're heading to?
I
Home?
was just going for a little walk, stretch my legs, get some fresh air.
Oh no. Oh no.
Give it a rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Miss Ashworth, please relax. There's been a mistake. You have been prescribed wrong medication. I apologize sincerely on behalf of my team and the hospital, but luckily we managed to spot it on time.
On time? You have no idea what I've been through?
Once again, I'm truly sorry. I promise no more drugs will be given to you. I personally guarantee you will have a good, peaceful sleep tonight, and you can be discharged in the morning.
He's lying,
Why
isn't he?
can't I go tonight? I want to go now.
I'm really sorry, but we can't legally discharge suicidal patients without a full psychiatric assessment. It's too late for it now, but I promise we'll have a chat in my office first thing in the morning, okay? And then you can go home. Is that all right?
No.
I haven't really got much choice, have I?
Now I'd like to ask you some questions about your life, Susan. You might find them very personal, but it's important that you answer me as honestly as possible.
Fine. Let's get it over with then, shall we? I'd like to go home at last.
Of course, I understand. So, Susan, let's see. Are you living alone at the moment?
Well, I have my cats. Okay, I rent a flat. It's quite lonely most of the time. I live on my own and it suits me just fine. I live with a friend. She must be worried sick about me. Okay, that's straight up lying. So should I say it's quite lonely or that I'm fine? I think she actually likes living on her own, and I can understand that. There's nothing wrong with living alone if you can deal with it, you know?
I live on my own, and it suits me just fine.
Yeah.
I don't need anyone. People mostly bore me. Sometimes they annoy me or upset me. I'm happy with how things are at the moment. I have my little bit of space, and it's my own. It's private. I'd like to keep it that way.
What do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? I don't actually know, do I? I just know I was a nurse once. I'm between jobs at the moment. I'm a waitress. I work in a cafe. I think she's unemployed right now. She's a fucking need, isn't she?
I'm between jobs at the moment. I'll find something soon. But it's been difficult. I didn't feel that great. I felt weak and powerless and tired most of the time. I felt really awfully tired.
Typical depression symptoms. We can give you something for that. You'll feel stronger and motivated.
I admire your faith in modern medication, Doctor. I hope you're right.
Describe to me what your mornings look like. What is the first thing you do each day?
Is it the right thing to do to take drugs just because you don't feel well? Shouldn't you try to solve your problems rather than trying to drown them out, you know? But I guess this is a philosophical question about depression and medication. I can't answer for sure. I drink strong coffee and smoke on the balcony. I eat breakfast, cereal usually. I have a cup of tea and read a newspaper. I lie in bed awake, can't bring myself to open my eyes. I go to the toilet, doesn't everyone? I put the TV on so I can watch old TV shows. Okay, so the first three are kinda upbeat and positive, and the last three are so depressive. Holy fucking shit. Well, okay, going to the toilet isn't really wrong. I lie in bed awake, can't bring myself to open my eyes. I think this would be the one answer that fits the most, but I'll choose the one I do. And I go to the toilet when I wake up most of the time.
I go to the toilet. Doesn't everyone?
Fair enough. What is the next
Okay.
thing you do then?
Oh, I don't know. I just muddle through, I guess. Don't think there's any routine to it. It depends how I feel that day.
Would you say that you feel safer at home than outside?
For sure. Not really, I don't feel safe at all. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I feel safer at home. Doesn't everyone do that? It's your own home, after all.
Yeah, I suppose. It's not really about safety. I've just felt sad for a long time now. Really sad, you know? Somehow it brings me down even more when I go out and see all those happy, successful people. It makes me feel more like a failure. If I don't see it, it doesn't hurt that much.
What do you think is missing in your life? Or rather, what is one thing that you think would make your life better?
That's a really hard to answer question, I think. It would be nice to have some more money, I guess. A good friend, someone I could finally trust. I know it's silly, but I wish I was better looking. Something to fight for, you know? A reason to go on. This sounds good for me. We all need a reason to do what we do.
Something to fight for, you know? A reason to go on.
There's always a reason to live. Sometimes we just don't see it that clearly.
Well, Doctor, I must have gone all blind then, because I can't see any.
Have you ever attended group therapy for depression or some other form of counseling?
Yes, it didn't help much, as you can see. No, I'm not sure it's a good idea. Let's go. Oh man, this is really hard to answer for her, you know? I mean, it shapes our main character. What should we do? Yes or no? I think I go with yes. It sounds better,
Yes,
I think.
it didn't help much, as you can see.
Just something to think about. I can see you're really willing to open up and talk about your issues. That's a positive sign.
I haven't really talked about my feelings for a long time.
You're doing very well so far. Do you have problems sleeping?
Every night or rarely? I sleep well most nights. I think every night. Again, we're playing as someone who's depressed, right?
Every night. I take pills for that. There aren't any left now, though.
Oh yeah, she used him to kill
In the light
herself.
of recent events, I think you should stay off those pills for a while. I suggest you drink some hot milk before bed instead. Would you describe for me how you feel at the moment?
I've always wondered about this hot milk thing. Does it really work? What's so special about hot milk? Couldn't I just drink a hot tea? But then again, I would need to go to the toilet soon after. Whatever, I feel fine now, definitely better than before the accident. I feel like the whole world is against me. We're in a fucking game and the whole world definitely is against us, especially with the Queen of Maggots thing.
I feel like the whole world is against me.
Do you find it hard to concentrate?
Oh yes.
Yes, sometimes.
Do you drink alcohol, Susan?
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
I'd suggest you don't consume any alcohol at all for a while. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big drinker anyway.
Sometimes when life gets too much and people feel sad or upset, they think about suicide. Do you often think about suicide?
No, of course not. I don't know what got into me. Well, I used to think about it sometimes. I think about it often. Well, she did try to kill herself. I guess she must have thought about it often.
Yes, I think about it often. But now, I know I can't do it. Still, it won't just go away that easily. I need more time. I need to think it through. I need to find my peace with the world, I guess.
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
It was just a sudden impulse. I'm ashamed of it now. Nothing was making me happy anymore. I wanted to show everyone how hurt I was deep inside. All three are valid answers, I think. And you can tell that the developers of this game try to make it as wide as possible, you know, how you answer. There are people who just do it on an impulse. There are people who probably think about it often and really try to escape with this. And there are people who just want help and do it as a means of a cry for help, I think. But I feel like Susan, she thought about it. And she really did want to die.
Nothing was making me happy anymore. There wasn't a single thing that would bring a smile to my face. I kept thinking, won't it be better if I just disappear? I tried. I really tried to find something. Took a long bath, picked up a book, watched some television, but I just couldn't get into anything. All those things seemed like worthless distractions, and I myself felt obsolete, needless. It just would get worse and worse. By the afternoon, I realized I cried for the past 3 hours. I didn't even know I'd been crying until I went to the bathroom and saw my face in the mirror. I looked like a ghost. I looked like I was dead already, you know? And then I saw the sleeping pills. I thought, why not? And I did it.
Do you feel as if you're a burden, or that life isn't worth living?
Not anymore. Sometimes, when I feel really low.
Sometimes, when I feel really low, I used to think everyone would be happier without me. But I guess people don't really care. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
My cats. Work used to make me happy. Antidepressants really did it for me. A long bath. Music. I play the piano when I'm feeling down. I guess her cats?
My cats. I always put out a bowl of food for the stray cats. They're ever so grateful. I like their company.
What makes you feel worse?
People. They've let me down too many times. I hate it when it rains all the time. Noise. Too much noise really upsets me. Loneliness. I wish I had someone to talk to sometimes. It's hard to say. It could be anything. Well,
It's hard to say. It could be anything. Sometimes it could be just little things. The way my hair looks, shoes I can't find, when I run out of milk. I get angry with myself for being clumsy, for not being able to cheer up and just get on with things like everyone else.
Have you imagined your funeral and how people will react to your death?
oh, I never really thought about that. Probably nobody would come anyway. I imagine it often. I hope people would feel guilty. There's no reason to imagine a funeral and hoping that people feel guilty because you won't benefit from that, right? You're dead then. Oh, I never really thought about that.
I never really thought about that. But I guess it would be a cheap one. I don't really know what they do with people like me. Maybe they just throw us in a hole and forget about it, since there'd be nobody to visit my grave anyway.
I don't think so, Susan. The city would pay for it.
Or so they want people to believe.
Finally, I'd like you to tell me about Eric.
Eric?
Who's Eric?
Yes, your husband.
What?
I believe this might be important. What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
I didn't even know I had a husband. I don't really want to talk about this. This has nothing to do with him. Can I go home now, please? There's nothing to talk about. It's getting late. Can we talk about this some other time? There's nothing to talk about.
To talk about.
Fine. I suppose you've opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask, are you going to do it again?
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We're nearly done here.
What?
There's just one more thing I must clear with you. What exactly happened last night?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night. She said we needed to talk.
Okay.
We must go, Susan. You are not safe here.
But
Please, you must follow me, quickly.
Okay. So I'm walking in the dream world now. That's great.